Here we go. He should be coming on board any minute. And also, I think we may have another guest coming to join us tonight. Here he is. Hey, Keith.
Hey.
How you doing, big boy? Yeah, doing this, and we may have another guest joining us tonight. Cindy, who was with us, I think, on the first night. She said she may be joining us, so we'll wait and see. But hey, listen, I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's been supporting the Paying Support Yourself Management Week, especially on LinkedIn. A lot of people there have been sharing information, etc., about all the good work they're doing, and also been sharing what we've been up to, etc. Like, you know, so big shout out to everyone been doing that.
Yes.
Should we get stuck into the questions? So we've got a couple of questions tonight. I've got one from a person living with pain called Jasmine, and another one called, from a guy called healthcare professional called Gary. And Yasmin asked us, what are the most effective strategies for managing my persistent pain at home?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, a lot of it can be done at home. You don't really need to be in any special place. So, I mean, I think very quickly, Pete, and just really interested to know what you say. When we look at a lot of the strategies, which a lot of them are about lifestyle adaptation, right? You know, making plans, having setback plans, pacing. They're really lifestyle issues. You don't really need to be anywhere. And probably at home is one of the best places that we need to really put some of these things into practice. So, again, giving a plug out to the great work that you've done with the Pain Toolkit. You know, the fundamental steps and tools are laid out in there. Pretty much all of them can be done at home. And when we talk about movement or exercise, even that can be done at home. So,
I think some may start off it within as well, for me anyway, it started off me going went through the pain management program in London. I was there for a couple of weeks, but really a lot of our stuff now is pain self-management. It does happen in the home. So I'm just going to see if I can hang on a minute. I think our new lady Cindy wants to join us. Let's see if I can join her in.
All right.
She hasn't sent me. Cindy, if you can hear me, can you send me a request? I'll just send you an invite. So hopefully you'll be able to join up, hopefully. Yeah, so a lot of pain self-management while Cindy's doing her stuff. Look, mostly, I would say 99.9% of the time, everything's really done at home. Always advise people to get a coach, etc. And so that, you know, they can give you some guidance along the way. I've not really met anybody. Oh, hang on, she's asked me to add her, so let's have a look here.
Okay.
I sent you an invite, Cindy. So always tricky when you're doing a three-way thing here. So see what happens anyway. So yeah, I mean, most of my stuff's really done at home now, but, you know, it's how it goes really. But with everything, strategies you need to get I need some professional help from the get-go, really, like, you know.
Yep. So, one of the other things we talk a lot about is peer support, and a lot of that can be done. There's various, you know, even online support programs. So if you're not able to go to one in person, those are really important. And like you said, it's about supported self-management. So you do what you can to manage it day to day in your home, but never overlook when you need the help from others, your healthcare professionals or others. So, a lot of it is adapting your lifestyle, right? A little more sort of be willing to change, slow things down a little bit, which is tough because we often want to push through when we shouldn't. and so it's managing some of our expectations and things like that. So
I think it's about keeping it simple, really. Find out what works for you.
yes.
I mean, as you know, in the recent years, we've adapted the pain toolkit to for kept it even more simple, really. So we've got it down to 5 key skills.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a setting goals, action plan, stuff like that, really.
Mm-hmm.
Just so
Yep.
all you've got to do is just 5 things in a good way. Looks like we've got our friend Jen's here. I don't know if we're having problems. Cindy's saying she's having problems to join us,
Oh,
but
geez.
I'm going to
Technology,
invite.
eh? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to try again. And obviously,
Okay.
we've got our friend Jen who was with us on
Yeah,
Monday.
it's
I
nice to
don't know
see
if
her watching again. So
I
it's
don't know if she
good.
wants to come and join us. Got to do 5 things in a good way. Oh, no, hang on. Someone's joining us. Let's have a look here. And who's going to be joining us tonight? It is going to be, hopefully, we'll be seeing you anyway. But Jen, if you can hear, if you want to, I don't know how many you can have on here. If you, oh, here we go.
Hey.
There you go, Cindy.
Hi.
Well done
Hi,
there.
Cindy. Nice to meet you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so great to meet you as well, and so
Mm.
lovely to be here.
Can you introduce yourself to the world?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cindy, can you introduce yourself to the world? Who are you? Where are you? What do you do? It looks like she's frozen there.
I think it's frozen. I think we have an internet
She's
connection issue. Yeah.
frozen in time.
Yeah.
Jen, if you're there, you want to join us? Jen has joined us, but it's all happening here, mate, isn't it? Let's have a look here.
We're overloading the system.
Well, but it might be overloading it. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but she's definitely frozen in time.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I mean, just keep it simple. Get yourself a self-management coach, paying self-management coach. Get some tools and skills. But I mean, most of it really is all done at home anyway. I mean, I'm probably a little bit. But I think we spoke about it before. I go to the gym in the mornings. It's only, but I do stretching. I do a lot of stretching exercising before I go to the gym. But the thing is, with self-management, it ain't just all about gym work or exercise.
No.
There's things about what you eat,
Yep.
relaxation skills,
Yep.
and it's finding what self-management skills you feel you want to learn, But what I suggest, Yasmin, is if you can drop me a line email, perhaps I can support you in that way.
Right. And I'll just add as we kind of finish up on this, it's about being able to take a step back when you're right into it, and get
Yeah,
some perspective. And again, it's just managing your life and your expectations, kind of trying to
yeah,
slow things down a little bit. Easier said than done sometimes, but just finding ways to just sort of be a little more kind to yourself and and using some of these tools that we talk about, just finding a way to
yeah,
better deal with it day to day.
yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to the next question. This is from Gary, who's a healthcare professional. This is a question I get asked quite a lot. Keith, is what are the best ways to educate patients about self-management techniques? And really, it's just about having that conversation. Really, about I always think when I'm talking to people living with pain, I'm just I ask them, what where are you now? Where do you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
And also, but it's what are your preferences? Like, how do you learn? I think it's
Yep.
one of the biggest mistakes that I think, or errors, I should say, with healthcare professionals is they all think, well, not all, most of them think that we all learn by the same way. And I think the way you start from is just ask the person, how do you learn? Do you learn
Mm-hmm.
from reading, watching, through practice, or perhaps a combination of all 3 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
So as far as, and then you then make sure as a healthcare professional that you've got the right materials you've got the right materials there to support the people that you see who are living with persistent pain. And what's your take on it, Keith?
Well, so first of all, we're going to make the assumption that the healthcare professional knows what supported self-management is, so that they're able to pass that on. So we'll just assume that they do, and then it's about connecting with the person, having that real valid connection with them, and first of all, validating that their pain is real, right? You know, like truly.
Can you hear me, Keith? Oh, technology is playing up today, isn't it?
Yeah, are you not able to hear me? Am I
Yeah, I
still
can.
here?
Yeah, I didn't
Okay,
hear you a minute ago. Yeah, because I think
okay,
someone else is joining us at the moment. A lady called
okay.
Amanda. Oh, she's
Well,
gone.
we just lost her. So all I was saying is we're going to assume that the healthcare professional understands what supported self-management is, so that they can teach it to somebody. And then, as you said, you know, it's connecting with the person, finding out what is important to them, what is
Yeah.
meaningful, helping them regain function. Because it's not a black and white at all. You really need to understand the person in front of you, find out where they're at, what they're dealing with, and how they can move forward. And that involves a variety of different ways of actually putting the information in front of them, listening to understand, like not just sitting there and nodding your head and waiting to, you know, answer the question before they ask it, just being present there for them. And then offering some of these really basic, fundamental steps and tools that can help them move forward.
I think, listen, I think pain's complicated because I think I've often said it, that once you've had pain for longer than 3 months, uh, other stuff kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep problems, money
Yep.
worries,
Yep.
relationship concerns, job concerns, and whatnot.
Yep.
And after 3 months, all that other stuff kicks in,
Yep.
and actually that actually supersedes the actual pain itself. Like, you know, the pain pain isn't the the main problem. Like all the other stuff, it becomes more supersedes it. Like, you know, so. And I think this is where healthcare professionals need to have a toolkit of skills as well, so that they can be prepared to support people. Because listen, man, we after a while we get complicated. There's no doubt about that, is it?
Well, I mean, human beings are complicated, and I
Yeah,
agree with you. As you go further down this path of living with pain, all those other things that you talked about, life stressors and issues,
yeah,
they not only do they supersede the pain, but then they also add to the pain. Because when you're under
yeah,
stress, it drives your pain up.
yeah,
So when you start getting on top of those other things, that's when you're able to start better
yeah.
managing that pain and get it back down to something that ideally you'd like it to go away, but if it won't go away, get it to a point where it's less disruptive in your life. So like you said,
Yeah.
it's focusing in on the totality of people's lives, not just
Yeah.
the pain itself. It's everything that affects it.
Keith, do you still get pain?
Every day, 24/7,
Yeah,
365.
yeah.
Don't
Me
have a
too. Me
moment
too.
without it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's. I always see pain as like a mischievous child. It's trying to grab your attention all the time. Like, you know, it's like
Yep.
someone behind me, like tapping me on the shoulder continually. Like, you know,
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
grab my attention.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about supportive self management. Pain supportive self management is that it takes the pain isn't the focus of my attention anymore. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and for that to happen, I've got to do something. You know, I mean, pain self management doesn't come out of a syringe. It doesn't come out of a tablet. It's a doing thing. You know,
Hmm.
but we've got to do stuff like, you know. So we need to pace our daily activities more. We need to learn some meaningful movement, which involves some sort of stretching or exercising, that which could be all sorts of things. Like we spoke about that, I think, on Monday.
Hmm.
And but it's getting like the pain toolkit, it says it in the words, a toolkit of skills.
Hmm.
And that's where you need to pick, with any toolkit, you need to have what works for you, like, you know. And thing is, what might work for me may not work for you, and that's
Yeah.
the fun bit about it, really. But it's working it out. And but I think, but when you get in, I posted something on the. I was going through some of my old some of the messages on from emails, and I come across a lady called Maria, like, and I remember her writing to me about how pain was a long-term condition was like her boss sort of thing, like, you know, and but after she started learning, she got a coach and started learning about supported self-management. It freed her up, got her life back, etc. Like, you know, that's a great thing about supported self-management, is that once you got a toolkit of skills, your confidence returns. You can either go back to stuff that you quit doing because of your pain or your long-term condition, but you can try out other stuff as well, like, you know. And I mean, and I think we both agree that living with a long-term condition, pain, etc., it knocks your confidence, like, you know. And I think as well with support self-management, you get your confidence back, you get yourself back on track, get back in the driving seat, and have some, you know, make life, you know, getting the best out of life as much as you can, like. But that's what I do. But I call it playing the game. You can't expect to do all this so exciting stuff and whatnot, or go back to stuff. You got to learn some self-management skills, supportive self-management skills, like, you know. And I know you've told me you like I mean, like, years ago I was be a driving instructor, like, you know, for instance, you know, you can see I've got no hair. And the thing is, learning supportive self-management is very similar to like learning how to drive a car. So when you get into a car, you're very nervous. Oh God, what's going to happen here? And you think, oh, I hope I ain't going to crash. You know, your confidence is pretty low, like, you know. But with a good drive instructor, you know, you find out that you move off and stop. You think, oh my God, I'm moving the car. I'm still alive. You know, but as you build your confidence up, you start turning left, turning right, etc. And that's pretty much with supportive self-management. It's finding that coach, finding that good coach out there, mate, that may be on via the internet, and maybe around you know, maybe in an office somewhere, or whatever, like wherever they're operating out of. But make sure there's lots of coaches out there, but make sure that they're well versed in supportive self-management, because that's the main thing. Listen, pain supportive self-management now is getting big. It's getting big on everybody's agenda, not just here in the UK. I know it's getting big on all the agendas, health agendas around the world, because the thing is, Keith, isn't it? It's well, they've tried everything else. I mean, you got, you know, you can. How many sort of therapies out there, treatments out there, you know? And I'm not knocking treatments. Some people may need to have some treatment just to sort of kick them up, get off the starting line. But so, you know, it's about living life, like, you know, and getting that confidence back, and so that you can get on with your life, as I say. I mean, have you got any handy tips at all for people before we adioso?
Yeah, well, I just want to say what's important, and we talk about supported self-management. And Pete, I hear what you're saying about, you know, putting yourself in the driving seat, but we can't forget the importance part of the supported self-management. So, and as you said, you know, it's not always about interventions, but at times medical interventions might be appropriate. So it's what works for people, right? I have implanted equipment. I have neuromodulation equipment, which is part of my supported self-management. Yeah. Some people might need an injection. Some might still need medication, but it's not solely relying on those things. It's adding all of that to those fundamental skills you have. And remember, supported self-management is also about, maybe you need to see your massage therapist or an occupational therapist or a psychologist. We can't negate the importance of those roles, because they're critically important. But we have a role as people who live with our pain to take back some of that control. And just to kind of wrap this up, I used to say that my pain was always the shadow that walked in front of me and tripped me up all the time. And now, you know, learning about self-management and supportive self-management, working with my healthcare teams, my pain is the shadow that walks beside me.
Like
So
it.
it's always there, but it's not tripping me up nearly. Some days it sticks its foot out, gives me a little stumble, but not nearly as much. Nothing like it used to.
What's that quote you use sometimes from that guy called Osler?
So